mission, Joker.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Persona 5 Tactica. Today we are just going to beat Salmael, and if you have no idea who that is, then that is perfectly fine because yeah, that is perfectly fine. So I've been playing this game in my off time and I want to see what happens after this mission because everyone's like hyping it up to be the final boss. I don't know if they're going to pull an Atlus and then be like, oh, you still have to fight Maruki, Salmael is basically like Yadabath 2. But I'm just trying to...
Which should come back again later.
I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize how I feel about this game. And I didn't want to just end this playthrough and like have nothing to say or nothing to share with you guys, because I feel like that would be very unfair. But at the same time, I did the same thing with Fire Emblem Engage, so who really cares, This game has been fun, I will say. As you can see, I put in 40 hours or something in it already. 40 hours, yeah. And I've been tracking my progress pretty well, right? So like I started out first episode, level 5, I got an hour into, and then ever since then I was just like continuously started grinding. Yeah, I had like every play session is probably like 30, 40, 50 minutes, The story has been pretty fun, but I do think this will be the last mission, especially because I already got Sat Now unlocked, and if you don't know how that works is, it gave me a message that said like something along the lines of, since I've completed every quest in every kingdom, then I can unlock Sat Now. But I don't know, I just want to do this one last battle and see how things fare from here, because I have mixed opinions about the game. Mostly positive, but some negative. I mean it's not anything like crazy negative. It's more like story points. Like some of the story points, just like thinking about it in retrospect, it feels weird. But nevertheless, let's actually commence with a mission, have fun. It also seems like these past like 10 missions have just been repetitiveness, and it seems weird.
Do you guys feel that?
It would appear we've reached the end. The abyss.
Holy shit. This music goes hard. I'm gonna have to add this to the playlist. Do you guys hear that? This music goes crazy.
So-called God resides.
I really do love Irina as a character. That's one of the things that I will say. After learning her character arc, and I was kind of spoiled. I didn't know that she was gonna be Toshiro's like persona or whatever. But like,
I think so. Especially now.
I don't know, her being her is very, very interesting.
After all this time, I think I finally get what it means to be scared.
I think the cool thing about every Atlus game, every Persona game that you play is like, it's the same idea over and over and over. So like all of this has to do with cognition and how people's minds work and the general like consensus. As Persona 5 states, what is it called? The masses, as Yadabath called it, but also the collective unconscious. Like, it all has to do with that and theory of like, where your brain is in the brain waves and how that relates to the next person, the person next to you, and the next person, and so on and so forth. However, it's like, with every Persona game, what makes it truly unique is every Persona game has a unique spin on it. So in this case, I think the whole unique spin is literally Irina. Even though it took 40 hours to really get to that plot point, it really takes like 20. I don't know. If you 100% everything, I think it takes like 30. But even though like the whole punchline is like Irina and Toshiro and their like kind of symbiosis and whatever, I feel like it's still interesting enough. That being said, it does feel like a double-edged sword. Like it feels like I'm wanting more from the game, which is why I wanted to record this, because I don't know if this is going to be the definitive end of Persona 5 Tactica. I know you get Kasumi and Akechi like if you beat the game. I'm not exactly sure how that works either, so I think it's just New Game Plus perks, but like, I don't know. I want to see how the game wraps itself up and finishes itself, because it's like, in terms of Atlus games, they typically have a very fun way of finishing their story, but sometimes it is kind of murky. It does feel kind of gray. It feels like you're missing something out there, but I want to see how this works.
For the prosperity of kind. I will now eradicate you into non-existence.
Alright, who do we have? I'm thinking we just go full gun damage here and have fun. I don't care what anyone says, I do like Haru in this game. I do really like her. She's very unique. She has a lot of fun stuff you can do with her. I know she's like low tier, but just trying to give her a chance, alright? Alright?
No matter what happens, our
Wait,
will
where the fuck?
can't be defeated.
Where am I? What? Oh wait, what? Oh. Oh, I see. I do think, much like the Rabbids game, there should be breakable terrain. Breakable terrain would be actually really good in this game. Because, like, now I can literally just camp here. And again, there's no challenge. I think that's the word I'm looking for. There's no challenge, realistically. Really hoping after I get this final shot in, this isn't the end of the game, bro. I swear if it goes to credits, like, please tell me it does not fade to credits, bro. Please tell me it's not at least like a second or a third phase.
Your annihilation is the wish of all humanity. Your extermination is my duty. In the name of eternal peace, be gone!
Holy, what the? Yo, I love the music change. The music is so good in this game.
Be careful.
Hell yeah. Alright.
Successful attack.
We're turning up, bro. I have to add this to the playlist too.
This is the I will all humanity.
Did he just pull Persona 3?
Fox's shots have landed. Impressive.
Eliminate.
That's it then. Joker. Take them down.
Wait, I'm confused. Am I supposed to be on the platform, or am I supposed to...
Your movement's slowing down.
Where am I supposed to be? On the platform?
Joker's hit the mark. My whole body is tingling.
Now then. Now's the time. There.
Joker's hit the mark. Here I go.
Our unbreakable resolve.
Direct hit. You're doing well, Toshiro. Here I go.
My fingers on the trigger.
Fox's shots have landed.
Wait, so am I supposed to be on the clock or not? I think I'm supposed to be on the clock. I don't think I'm doing this boss battle correctly. I think I'm supposed to be on the clock.
Meet the other me. Wait, facility.
Witness my grand volition.
You can take this.
I will bring judgment. Redemption.
Listen up. What if?
Okay, so this is literally just the
Let's do this.
the airy shadow. Like, no way all it's asking is for me to shoot this guy over and over and over.
You too.
Like, that shit would literally be the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand what it's asking for, realistically. Bro, there's no way that... Oh my goodness. Futaba, I'm literally going to die in one turn.
Don't move.
Good job, Skull. Here I go.
I'm bad.
Bro, this shit is so stupid. Like, honestly, this whole boss fight is stupid. I don't really understand what, like... Dude.
Awake.
Dude, I swear if I have to restart from the beginning. So it doesn't let me target this, like, oh my goodness, bro. There's no way. Bro, you have got to be kidding me. I'm gonna have to edit out a whole bunch of this. I've been playing for an hour already, and like, dude, this is like so boring. It is literally so boring. And I don't want to, like, you know, talk shit on a game that, like, I've been praising this whole entire time. Like, I literally, like, I played this on stream, I had fun, whatever. It was a fun experience. I talked about how the story was fun and engaging. The characters themselves are really fun and cool and awesome. It's just like, the boss fights suck ass.
I'm perfectly ready. Tremble before us.
Here I go. Very smooth, Noir. Get out of here. You really are the beauty. A direct hit. Classic Noir.
I live all humanity.
Yeah, see, like, am I wrong for not understanding what he just said? What are those hovering numbers? Purge, I will purge you, divine punishment, blah blah blah. Well, I'm picking up on a massive energy reading. You don't want to get hit by this next attack. Just hold out for now? What? Like, am I wrong for assuming that if you're on the square that has the clock, you will die? Like, I'm so confused. What logic does that make at all? I don't understand that. Like, where was the logic there? I feel like that was just worded poorly. And again, I'm not trying to be like,
Perfect. You'll be
you
safe
know,
there.
Sarapus about all this, but I mean, that's literally like, am I wrong for assuming that if I literally go into square with a clock that I will die?
Get out of here. Shots were good.
Bro.
That's it then.
If you can get enough people on the platform in time, it'll cancel out. I thought he was gonna do his little cog thing where he turns the thing. What?
Something's wrong.
Is that
Your
not this turn?
movement's
What?
slowing down.
Oh my goodness. Oh no, maybe I'm just dumb.
My whole body is
Maybe I'm just dumb, but I'm pretty sure it read the message where he was going to move.
I'm ready.
Okay, well, I don't think, unfortunately, I do not think Haru's gonna make it.
That's it. All right, let's do this.
So I'll just say I'll attack there. Okay, so I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. That's alright, that's totally fine. I just overcomplicated the whole entire thing.
So it's my turn. We fight together.
Direct hit. You're doing well, Toshiro.
You can't escape. All right.
As always, Joker, you got him.
I do wonder though if there's a way that you can beat him without doing the spire, because I feel like I was getting close.
All right, let's go.
Even if it does kill like a couple party members, I think I was under 800, no?
Persona.
It's, even though this is lame, I feel like there's a way to like bulk it out. I think like if I didn't have Makoto there, if I had On there, I would have, oh yeah, On for sure. Hold on, On does like 200 damage.
Way to go.
On does like 200 damage.
Pistol.
Direct hit. Boss, you're on a roll.
Fire.
As always, Joker,
I still hold to what I said before, even when you know what to do, you know, it just doesn't feel fun.
Our unbreakable.
Doesn't necessarily feel fun to play. And even when you do know like what to do, like it kind of trivializes everything because of how easy it becomes. It's so weird. It's so weird. This game is very weird. I think a part of it is like genuinely the tediousness of just shooting this face for 20-30 minutes, bro. I can't I can't possibly see how anyone in a boarding room thought that this would be a fun idea.
You're doing well, hero.
All humanity
Reverse 2.
not escape.
Careful! Take them down.
And again, I don't want to speak negatively about this game because, well, one is Persona 5 IP, which I really like. Like, I like the whole cast and everything, and Toshiro and Erina were like a fun, like, add-on. But it's like, I don't know. Boss fights in this game just suck. They're so sour, bro. There's like no momentum, there's no funness to it, if that's a word. It just feels so repetitive. And I realized this when I was fighting Shadow Airy or whatever, the big giant Airy on the rooftop is like, yeah, it really is just shooting the same thing over and over until you kill it. And I was hoping that it didn't repeat the same thing, but like, dude, this is very boring. It's very boring, it's very dull. It should be dead.
Get out of here! The last shots were good. Way to go!
Alright, cool. Let's see what happens. I don't know what will happen. God, I don't want this like to be negatively coded as a video, but
Eternal tranquility is the secret desire of all mankind.
okay, that's the ending theme. So or the beginning theme, so
I will purge you.
I'm assuming something cool happens here. We just jam out.
Not a problem. Let's go.
Are you gonna stab him in the eye? Please stab him in the eye, bro. That would be the most badass thing ever. Also, what the fuck? Makoto's on steroids. If she actually landed that shot. Those gears are like 20 times the size of her body. There's no way she actually landed that shot. Damn. Damn. Alright, they put all their bike shit into here. Hold up, hold up. Hold up. Talk your shit, Atlus. Talk your shit. Yo, a Kingdom Hearts moment? Yo, hold on, hold on. Bro, I swear if it pulls like
Shoot.
not even Kingdom Hearts, if it says hello, now you can play chapter 2 of the game. I'm gonna be honest, I will love Atlus after that. If they give me a chapter 2.
I want to protect everyone that has taught me to fight. I want to protect their spirit. I want to support those who need it and be willing to fight their battles.
Could you imagine? I was talking all this shit,
So please,
and they were just
lend me
like,
your strength. Stand with
yeah,
us one more time.
the game is now just beginning. Holy animation. Okay, they cooked with this outro. They cooked with this. Yo, they cooked.
Well, did we get it? The target's not showing up on my radar, which means...
It means we win!
Oh boy, am I pooped. I don't think I can move.
Yo, honestly, same. For as much shit as I talked, this, like, the whole game has been fun. The whole game has been fun, and I don't want to end it off feeling, like, negative at all. Because the whole entire game has been fun. It's just frustrating sometimes, because it's like... I don't know.
Same here.
I'll
Everyone's run ragged, huh?
I'll organize my thoughts after this, because again, there's a lot of positive, but there's some negative as well, and I think both sides are justified. I just want to let's get through this and then let's see what I think. But I'm telling you right now, if after this they pull like yep, chapter 2, or you know, there's more contents, you know, how they typically do, this game is actually going to be really fun, and you're definitely going to see more episodes on it, because dude, some of the moments in this game, like, I really thoroughly enjoyed. Others, like the ones you just saw, were like kind of iffy, but I mean, that's kind of the whole process of playing a Persona game, you know. Every game, there's just parts that you're not gonna like. Me personally, I hate it when you're forced to grind in any RPG, anything like that, and it feels like the last 10 missions have been the same repetitive things that I've known this whole entire time, and then they switched it up suddenly on the end at that last boss fight, and I was like, okay, so
Let's get home. Some hot coffee and
Yusuke,
curry
can
on
you
the
even
house
afford
and
any of that?
salad right about now.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't think you can afford any of that.
If that's what people wish for, it could end up happening one day.
I see. And I'll just need to prove it, won't I? That people can keep moving forward of their own will. Even if it means getting hurt.
I think this has always been what Persona 5 has been about, what Toshiro just said, is that people are able to be independent, and I noticed that as soon as you defeated, it was either Shido or as soon as you defeated Sai. Sai had an amazing line, I think she had it twice in the game, but she was like, yeah, now it's our turn, like, as in talking about adults, like, it's now you can put your faith and trust in adults, rather than, you know, doing your own thing as Phantom Thieves. And obviously, we were still needed again, but still, like, you know.
Okay? Oh, shit, this place is...
Could it be because the crew?
Evasive maneuvers, go!
Everyone run, quickly! Also, if someone could lend me a shoulder.
Yes. Let's run on our own legs now.
We should be able to escape if we get back to the train. Guys, run like your life depends on it. We're getting back.
Morgana? Are you gonna turn into anything?
Toshiro, hurry!
Yo, that's actually hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Very nice touch.
Welcome back, every...
Miss Lavenza, there's no...
Understood. In that case, this train will be departing momentarily.
I must say, I absolutely love Lavenza in this game. I love her more than her Persona 5 Royal counterpart. I really like her. I think she shines in this game.
Let's skip that part for now, okay? Just get us out.
What a shame. I wanted to do that at least once. All right, I'll fly us out at super express speed.
I like to imagine, like, she just has the power to whip around the universe, like, at Mach speed. Like Wii style from Dragon Ball Z. Holy shit, I love her, like... What the... What is this? Disneyland?
It bore witness to your battle, all the way through to the very end.
Wow!
Okay, this game is magical, bro. This game is magical.
What we see here is most assuredly the product of not yielding in your convictions.
Whoa, she just emoted. And then they kiss.
The creator of this world, Salmayal, has been defeated.
So now we can go home. This is actually very poetic. This is where the game started.
Eventually, this place should go back to its proper state.
Guys, hold up. You're not coming with us, Serena?
You don't mean you're going to disappear too?
No, I'm not disappearing. I'm just going back to where I came from. I was only born to protect Toshiro's heart from Salmael's rule, remember? Now that his influence is gone, it's time for me to go back into Toshiro's...
Dang, this feels like a Morgana moment. You know how Morgana, like, against Yaldabaoth is like... He was only made for that express purpose and then he was gone? Which obviously we know, like, after the fact he wasn't, but like... This really does feel like a Morgana moment now.
So... You can't cry. Alright, Toshiro?
A needless concern, I should say. You were once a part of me. So you'll just be going back to where you belong.
Yo, that's hella gay, Toshiro.
Morgana. Joker. I'm I'm truly glad I met you both. In this very spot, in fact.
Irina!
Sorry, guys. I think my time's up.
Okay. I'm not crying, by the way, if you're wondering. No. This is just a very interesting cutscene. I'm trying to absorb everything, so again, I can... Yo, Ryuji! What the... Ryuji tweaking back there. Wait, hold on. Did Yusuke cry? Everyone is crybabies besides Yusuke and Joker, I think. Not the sad hour music. Not the sad music.
In there! Well, in that case... It's time for action! The revolution is here!
Hell yeah.
I just can't fight anymore.
Will you?
Will you marry me?
Watch over me.
That's basically the same thing. Did she turn into a flag? Did she turn into a phoenix? What did she turn into? Tell me it's a golden revolver. Is that it? Oh my goodness, Morgana's a cat! Ew. Chibi Morgana cat form does not make sense to me.
Is this LeBlanc?
LeBlanc?
Yeah, I think we'd sound really sus if we did that.
Sus? Futaba? Sus?
This is where the next chapter begins.
Let's go! Next chapter, I was right. I was completely right.
Right, Irina?
And there we get a Toshiro side game, a little mini quest. Something afterwards, right? Right? Okay. What is this? Who the heck's that? Okay. It's zooming out. Where are we going with this? Where are we going with this? Yeah, flurry of messages. Does this lead up to Strikers or something, or? Oh, pretty cinematic.
Thank you. I look forward to your support.
Oh. Oh, this is cute. Oh. Okay. That's... Oh! Not the cane. Oh, she can only limp. Oh no, this is sad. This is very, very sad. Bro.
Looks like I finally caught up.
I've been waiting.
Why does the floor look like a waffle? Okay, that was very, very sweet. That was very sweet. I don't know if there's any more surprises in the game. I know there's probably something if I get every single persona. What else could there possibly be? Obviously, there's Kasumi, there's a Akechi that I know about, and then there's a marriage scene somewhere. I don't know where it would be. Unless, like, I've already done it and I'm just stupid. So we beat the game. Now, Yeah, let me see the... What the fuck? Some Ghostbusters ass shit. Wait, so is this genuinely, like, different? Okay, we're gonna have to... Yeah, this is genuinely different. Hold on. So this is just a different experience. Okay. So, while I'm still here, that's gonna be another video. That's gonna be a video for a later time because I've already spent like 2.5 hours on this. Let's just talk about how I feel about the game and how my genuine thoughts on the game, because again, like a good like 20 hours you guys just didn't see. So look, I had this whole plan to kind of like let the video play out, and I did this thing where, like, you know, what I usually do where I yap at the end of a video. I mean, this is no different, but after having like a full day's like worth of like actually thinking and processing my thoughts on Persona 5 Tactica, I honestly feel like, I mean, yes, I was a critic while I was playing the game. To put it bluntly, I think a lot of what I said is justified still as I put it in the video, and a lot of I still hold some of the sentiments I had in the video, but it's definitely way more positive now that I'm thinking about it back in retrospect. Like, this whole video, I don't want it to be painted as a negative, and this tends to happen. This tends to happen for some reason. Like, I will always have like this cycle of like, oh, it's nearing the end of the game, you know, let's just like shitpost on the game, you know what I mean? Like on the finale, there's always like something wrong, you know, or like how games typically progress. It's like typically the ending, like the punchline just isn't really a zinger for me. I'm gonna use this example, the same example that I used in the Persona 5 Tactica video, but Fire Emblem Engage wasn't necessarily like my favorite Fire Emblem game. I hope you all understand that. And at the time that I played Fire Emblem Engage, you know, Fire Emblem Three Houses is all I knew. And I'm not saying this is another, like, you know, Fire Emblem Engage versus Fire Emblem, you know, Three Houses dispute. Because, God, it's June 2025. We should be way past that. But, like, I don't know, like, the progression in Fire Emblem Engage, like, the story was cool, but then the ending just didn't really hit. Like, friendship is magic, like, you want that to... I don't know, there's always something at the end of games, there's always something that, like, doesn't hit for me, and in this case, it was honestly the last 10 missions, the last, like, 10 or 11 missions. I'm trying to think back, like, if I were Atlus, how would I do this differently? And it's not even necessarily that, you know, like, oh, there's one thing that you could do differently. I guess in a sense, like, don't make your audience grind. I don't know. Again, like, I don't know if this part got cut out, but, like, fighting a boss that has 6,000 health and your main objective is to dwindle it down, but you can only do 200 to 300 damage per turn is quite annoying. And again, I don't want to be bitter, I don't want to be a negative Nancy, as they say, but like, that's literally what the past 2 or 3 battles have been. It's just been boss rushes and whatever, and at that point it's like, well, I've already pretty much played the game, you know, I'm just trying to get to the ending. All that being said, like, I still have a positive mindset on the game. Again, I don't want this video to go out and people are like, oh my goodness, like, negative mindset. Like, did this guy even, like, try playing the game? Try understanding the game? No. I really, really enjoyed the game. I thoroughly enjoyed the game. It's just, like, it's weird because, obviously, it's Persona 5, and I'm not saying because it is, like, Persona 5 IP that I have to love it, but in terms of like a video game in general, like it's weird because I want to love it. I want to have it at like this like, you know, special place in my heart because I hyped this game up when I saw it. I pre-ordered this game. I pre-ordered it with DLC. I did all of that, and then I didn't play it until, I mean, I guess like maybe like a year ago or something, whenever that first video came out. And then now I'm only finishing it, and you know, no matter how much time you spend thinking about a game, like I've had the same like mentality where it's like, oh my goodness, like I hype this game up and then it's like I get to the ending and then as I said, like all that hype was for nothing. Legitimately, like I've held the same hype for like years maybe, you know. So I don't know, like I still really like it, but there's also all those negative things that I did say. So what am I trying to say at the end of the day? The game is mid, bro. And nah, the game is very fun, very enjoyable. I don't know if I will play it again. I don't know if it's I don't know. Like when I play games, it's generally to finding an escape to reality, to do something different, to explore or just experience in general. And I don't know if I can do that again with this game, you know. There's something odd about RPGs in general and odd about video games in general. Like the video games that I specifically play is that like most of my favorite video games are timeless to me, quote unquote timeless. And the reason I am able to force that mentality on them is because there's no one telling me what to do. So there's a sense of freedom. So if I can spend, 10,000 hours in training grounds, no one's telling me to do that. And it's probably not healthy for me to spend that absurd amount of hours in a video game, just like in training grounds fighting bots. But like, yeah, that's what I find fun during the day, then I'm gonna do that, you know? It's the fact that it can be done, but no one is telling you to do it, you know? And as soon as a game starts to tell you to do things, or as soon as a game is programmed to be like, okay, I'm gonna have you return to all the bosses you fight, I'm gonna have you, take down this boss you fought like 10 missions ago, but they're a little bit stronger, but it's still just a grind fest. You're still shooting them, it's still going to take 20 minutes to dwindle them down like it's World of Warcraft. As soon as a game starts to do that, it seems a bit tiring. It seems like a hobby rather than, a visual or auditorial stimulus that I look for in video games. So yeah, all that being said, I guess the game is mid in my opinion. I think I ranked it, well, in the video I ranked it like 7 out of 10, but to be honest, I would rank it like 6.75. I don't know, like a loose like 6.75, and maybe even 6.5, maybe even 6. I've seen it around there, but I don't really know what any of that means. I really don't know. It's all a matter of perspective at the end of the day, and this is just my personal opinion. So I mean, there are some days that I'm going to see Persona 5 Tactica and I'm going to be like, yeah, this game is really just a 4 in my heart. But in other days, I'm just going to be like, nah, I rated it too harshly. It's going to be an 8 in my heart, I can't ever see it as a 9 or a 10. So if you're ever looking for like a range, like what does Monsters actually think? It's never going to be a 9 or a 10 in my heart. I still have to play the DLC, so maybe that will change my perspective on it, but who knows? Who really knows? All that being said, the whole Yap Fest, out the way, I really did thoroughly enjoy this game, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So, with all that being said, again, my name is Monsters, and whatever you're doing, have fun. Have fun, finding an escape, and live positively. That's it. That's an end lesson. That's the end lesson. Got it. It has been an extraordinary journey. Not on my YouTube. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this sappy. I mean, it has been an extraordinary journey on my YouTube, but geez, playing Persona 5 Tactica, like I'm still in wonderment, like amazement. I'm like thinking back to it, and I'm like, damn. There's some real good stuff in this game. Unfortunately, the gameplay loop and the story loop are two separate things, It's not like I don't think I can ever see myself investing triple digit numbers in the game. Maybe, maybe. one day, but like that requires at least 2 to 3 playthroughs, and I feel like I've already done everything. There becomes a certain point where it's like you feel like you've already done everything in the game, and even if I haven't collected every persona, even if I haven't collected like, you know, every skill or ability, I feel satisfied. And I think that right there is the indication where it's like, well, if I feel satisfied in a video game, there's no reason to push myself further. You know, I don't have that same feeling as I do with Fire Emblem or Persona 5 Royal itself, where I feel inclined to take all of these leaps and bounds and whatever just to say that I did it, you know? It's just more like, for this game, it felt like more of like, okay, what can I experience with this game? Rather than, how can I push this game further? And yeah, that's those are my overall opinions. Again, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy the video. Especially comment if you want to see another Persona 5 Tactica video. I might just do the rest on stream, who knows. And I guess that's it. I guess that is all for me. Holy shit, that was 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna hit stop recording. I just yapped for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna have to edit it down. It felt like 3 minutes to me, bro. I don't know where time went. But I'll see you guys later. Peace.